Alright, and welcome back here. Game 2 between RNG and EHOME. With Royal Never Give Up taking Game 1 overall. And one game away from going up against Team Root next. And that is a series that'll come up at 8 o'clock Eastern, I believe, even if this is to end early. But we'll have to see. Can't confirm nor deny that. Beastmaster and Undying coming out for EHOME. Beastmaster again for Faith Beyond for this team with the Undying. Chen picked up for RNG this time. Complete difference. His Elder Titan was banned out. No Shadow Shaman still. No Centaur. So you're offlane and support with Lockdown. A couple of those are banned out. We'll see what RNG want to do with this Chen, as he does give Lockdown if he's got it. You know, if he's got the Ensnare ready to throw. So we'll see what they want to do. Maybe they go with a support like Rubik to line up with this. Someone who gives Telekinesis, gives that Lockdown. They go Earth Spirit, so September will be on the Chen. Afu will be playing the Earth Spirit. That does give a slow in Boulder Smash, as well as a silence in Geomagnetic Grip. But lacking Lockdown and or reliable Lockdown right now is RNG.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
Although, you know, the same can kind of be said here for EHOME. They don't have Lockdown until they find the Primal Roar.
The Dire get a ban.
So we'll see how the bans follow. It's a couple of mids getting banned out in the Huskar, as well as the Medusa. I'd like to see Lockdown here for both teams, really, as EHOME can use another support. RNG in terms of an offlaner, maybe we see an Axe, maybe we see a Tidehunter. Tidehunter's been picked up like twice in this closed qualifier. So we'll see the first pick of the second phase from EHOME soon. They just need to figure out what they want to get rid of, as OD gets banned by RNG. Now let's see.
Dire's turn to pick.
Ends up being the Kunkka. EHOME, you know, in that first game, it really did become a problem. It seemed like at every turn they were being outplayed. They were unable to really get the ball rolling, despite really doing what they wanted to do, slowing down the game and finding their farm. And it looked like it could have been a problem, but RNG played around it perfectly. They didn't really quite care about what EHOME were bringing to the table, and fought right through it.
Radiant's turn to pick.
So Jakiro comes out. That could mean Naga Siren here for EHOME. Usually when you pick up this Jakiro, you are maybe hinting at Naga Siren. You get the song out, set up in Ice Path. The lockdown can be pretty good. You usually do line up multiple heroes. So I think RNG might know that they might be looking for the Naga here on EHOME.
Dire's turn to pick.
They pick up the Darkseer, and that's with the Earth Spirit. So Ion Shell onto the Earth Spirit, Rolling Boulder in, or even on one of the creeps that Chen brings their way.
Seconds.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And they go Faceless Void. So they don't even... Okay. They don't go to the Naga Siren. Takes a back seat here to the Faceless Void, who... I kind of like, but... You know, you'll have Macropyre with the Chronosphere, but what else do you have right now?
10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
So now what do RNG go for is they have their off lane and their 4-5. They need a mid and a safe laner to finish out and round out this draft. And they know they're up against the Void, know they're up against the Beastmaster. We'll see how well the Darkseer is able to do here. Could see that first item helm and the Dominator from the Darkseer. We'll see if they go with somebody who can jump into the face of EHOME.
The Dire get a ban.
Anti-mage.
And that is definitely a hero that jumps into the face of EHOME. And it's an anti-mage coming out for RNG with the Darkseer Earth Spirit Chen. I do like what RNG have on their set right now.
10 seconds.
They still need a mid, and as do EHOME. But Anti-Mage, he's exactly what I'm talking about when you are looking for someone who wants to jump in. Blinking in with the Ion Shell on top of him. Possibly having that 80% slow if the Boulder Smash lands is on your target. This could be a really hard game for EHOME in terms of once the mid game is there and Anti-Mage is ready to move in. We could see EHOME start to struggle a little bit, but they have to get to that point on RNG. I do like the supports that they have, but I also do really like Undying and Jakiro.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Ember's a good band, too.
Radiant's turn to
And, ooh, interesting band. Death Prophet. You don't see much Death Prophet anymore. But RNG, they ban it out. And with the Chen Earth Spirit Darkseer Anti-Mage, I almost feel like they want to go back to the Leshrac. It's a really good mid. It gives you that stun. You go for Yules. The lockdown is there. You'll also have a slow. But they go to the DK, who is tanky, front lines, has a stun ready, push potential, early fighting.
Don't you dare pick Tidehunter.
And Monkey King now for EHOME.
What? Conquer!
Interesting last pick here of the Monkey King with already having a Void. So if they can open up space on RNG and get Monet the Battle Fury, I think that this game really does turn on its head. They've got the aggression that they need with the Darkseer and the Dragonite combo, especially with Afu too, where you're able to Rolling Boulder in, and with the Boulder Smash, it may not be a stun anymore, and it is an 80% slow, but with the Ion Shell on you and running down these heroes on the side of EHOME, could see a lot of pressure from RNG to mount early. So, take a look at how these lanes are going to set up. The disconnect comes through from Setsu as we wait for just a moment. I want to see who they're going to pair up with. It looks like it's Jakiro with the Void. Monkey King mid. I don't know how I feel about that. He shouldn't do too poorly against this this Dragonite. Not a hero that's really going to make the Monkey King pay.
I'll give them a drubbing they'll not soon forget.
The only reason I could see maybe DK getting a kill over mid is with the rotation of the Chen and the Earth Spirit, because this is a support duo that I could see starting to roam around. It was something we used to see more often back about a year ago. But we'll have to see. Especially, again, with the Ion Shell. Send both the Chen as well as the Earth Spirit in. And if you can Rolling Boulder and Boulder Smash on top of someone, it could be a problem. Monet getting chased here by 3 heroes. Should be okay. There is no lockdown as Dual Breath was taken by Jakiro. I am worried about RNG here, as their only lockdown is Dragon Tail, but you don't take Dragon Tail too early. It's usually like a 3-0-2-1 build. Maybe you take a value point in Dragon Tail, but normally not. And they'll send the Undying over top. They'll have the Jakiro here bottom to help out the Beastmaster. Dual Breath with the Boar. As well as the right clicking here of Faith Beyond. So we'll see how they're able to react on the side of RNG. They've got September down here with the Anti-Mage of Monet. And then ASD over mid against Setsu. We'll see how this ends up going. For now, we take a look as Ego setting up over towards top. You've got SRF nearby. Rolling Boulder comes through onto Y, pulling this creep wave. And Faith Beyond with Jiang over bottom. I don't know if this Jakiro's going to do enough. Monet doesn't have to be aggressive, but he can be. Sep taking the board, doing a lot of damage to Faith Beyond. You got to remember that he's not really going to have this board to work with if it continues to get stolen by Sep. I didn't even think about that. The salve's broken. One more shot, and first blood's there for Sep. And this is a first blood for RNG in a lane where I didn't know if they were going to be too aggressive early on. They didn't even have the ensnare creep for me to think that they were going to get a kill, but when you take the boar and the right-click damage from Monet is pretty high early. EHOME need to be careful in this lane. Get quiet for a moment. Sorry about that. Mom coming in to bring the coffee, saving the cast once again. And it's good coffee. So the energy's back. The dual breath comes through on Monet. Out of mana right now is Faith Beyond. And now they've got the rolling boulder. They're not going to land it. Afu is level 2, so they'll have the slow of the boulder smash. And they'll get themselves a second kill. They might get more. Jiang could get body blocked and put in a lot of trouble, but they won't find it. And he'll be able to survive. But that is 2 kills here over bottom. Meanwhile, over top, SRF taking a lot of damage. Does have Surge if he needs to get away. And again, with this lineup over bottom, I just think that Monet is going to have a good game. You've got the Chen here. You've got the Earth Spirit. The two of them combined. And again, if they do run some sort of duo roaming support combo, we could see EHOME just struggling to find openings in this game. And look at this again, Afu, ready to come in around the back. He's got Boulder Smash, he's got Rolling Boulder. They want to focus on Faith Beyond. There's the Boulder Smash for the slow. Penitence thrown from the Chan. The Rolling Boulder lands. The Ice Path will stop Monet for a moment trying to get this kill. And one more shot, holding it for Monet, but I think they didn't time that right. I think they really did want to give that to Monet, but Afu gets it. It's fine. It's early kills that aren't too crucial. Monet is getting an open lane here, sitting 12-5. And with 3 kills happening in this bottom lane, he's more than happy. They'll send Afu back. Pick up this Orb of Venom. Or save for the Bracer. Nope. Orb of Venom and go in the Bracer.
Need some friends.
Same as you, Tide Hunter.
So SRF doesn't really have to put himself too much into harm's way with the Iron Shell. He is getting constantly hit by the Decay. We take a look over bottom once again. The Ice Path comes through, hitting on a Monet, but Faith Beyond dead once again. There's just no way out of this.
Not fit for man. There is tranquil.
I try to look at other lanes, but honestly, it's been such a problem over bottom for EHOME. How do you even focus on anything else? It's 4 kills here bottom, and here it is already. This is the roaming support combo that I was talking about. They're going to rotate over. Afu coming in with September. And they'll see if they can get a kill over mid. And he doesn't have Tree Dance, so it's not like he has a way out of this. And there it is, Dragon Tail. That's the value point into the Dragon Tail that I didn't know if they were going to go for, but Setsu starts it off. And with the Rolling Boulder coming in, they'll get the kill easily over mid. They're chasing SRF. They get the bash. This should be a kill. Ego gets the first one for EHOME on the back of a bash.
I take what I please.
Y kills himself to tower. That'll get him back to full health and mana. So he's able to continue to decay. Breathe Fire comes through. Penitence thrown from Sep. And they'll be able to get this kill with the Dragon Tail hitting on to ASD once again. Even with the rotation of Jiang, not going to be enough. And Afu, as well as September, just moving around the map, really opening it up for RNG. Rolling Boulder, that stops Jiang in his tracks for a moment, but that Ice Path does the same. Penitence thrown one more time, going to the Shrine, but won't be able to get there in time, and it's better off that he didn't touch the shrine, as he ends up dying.
Dire's middle tower just got knocked down. You wanted that.
So 7-1, and even with these 7 kills, it's only a 1,000 net worth lead. It is because Ego doing a good job of getting these last hits. He is CSing quite well, as is the Monkey King over mid, whoever has died twice. Thing to note, though, is Monet, sitting second on the CS chart, already has 3 Wraith Bands. He's ready.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Looking to go in on ASD again. They already lost the mid-tier 1. And there's the Boulder Smash getting the slow. The Tombstone drop down. The Decay comes out on a couple, but the Penitence is there with the Refire once again. Ice Path, looking to get this kill on Afu, will finally get the trade, but they already lose their Monkey King over mid. The Tombstone's been denied. Nicely done there by Y. The Decay comes out again. In RNG, they'll get the kill into the Monkey King, losing Afu, but the trade, they're okay with it. So 8-2 early on. 2,000 net worth lead. Setsu already level 6. September sitting at 4. Afu at 4 as well. And then again, just the Anti-Mage able to farm up, sitting level 7. Going for that Battle Fury. SRF's got himself level 6 too. So 3 in the Ion Shell, 3 in the Surge. Ooh, they'll send Afu over. Sep calling him over with the Surge placed on him, as well as that Ion Shell. That really could have been a problem if they were pushed in a little bit too far on the side of EHOME. I wonder how EHOME kind of bring their way back into the game, and it should come off the back of Ego. He's going Mask of Madness so he could be effective in this Chronosphere early. He'll be going for the BKB to follow that up. You worry about where the Monkey King stands as he has died 3 times over mid. $600 net worth behind the DK. Monet sitting over bottom, just continuing to farm, looking for the Perseverance, then the Demon Edge on this Battle Fury. Monet, really the popularity of Battle Fury is just there, but Monet always plays a carry that goes for Battle Fury. Three in Penitence. 1 in the Divine Favor, and 1 in Holy Persuasion. But Afu comes over. There's the Rolling Boulder looking over at Faith Beyond. We'll grab the Bounty Runes.
My thrift rewarded.
3-1 in their favor as well. And now Setsu, who's got Elder Dragon form, will look for maybe a target with this haste. Actually doesn't find anything yet, but Sep and Afu are invis here. They'll wrap around, possibly finding a kill on a Y. There's the Rolling Boulder. The Boulder Smash comes through. Setsu in his face with the Dragon Tail. The Ion Shell just doing so much damage to Y. The easy kill there for Setsu. And this could be a tier 1 on top of that for RNG.
What's this? Dire fortified their structures?
want the kill on the Darkseer, though. Even Chrono for this. He doesn't have Surge. The Ice Path comes through. They'll get the kill on SRF. Setsu rotates. Not sure if I like this move from Setsu, because Ego is here with the Macropyre laid down. The chase is on. Ice Path lasts once again, just doing a lot of damage. The bash comes in. The Dragon Tail hits onto Ego. Now under this tier 2 tower. Nobody rotating to help around the trees. Ooh, Ice Path gets the kill, just killing off Setsu. And now the TP attempt coming in from Jiang. Sep also dead. This is over bottom to ASD. EHOME. They grab a whole bunch. They bring this game back to even. And that is a very good first big fight here for EHOME overall. What does he have right now? Mask of Madness. He's finished that off. The Beastmaster. Ooh, Sep dead again to ASD, who didn't really have the most pleasant time over mid, but especially with his double damage, he is moving around the map quite a bit, sitting level 11. Compare that to Setsu's 8. So Monkey King has definitely found his way back into the game, and now moving around, getting multiple kills here onto September. Whoa. Oh. This ward is here. They've got the double damage. The Boundless Strike on top of it. Just quickly dispatching of Monet. And Monkey King with that has given EHOME the advantage in this game. Simple as that.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
RNG, they were out ahead by so much, and now I think they're in a lot of trouble. EHOME have made their presence felt, but let's see if RNG are able to slow this down. The Time Walk back into the rest of the team, but there's the Chronosphere on to 4. Decay hits on a multitude of these heroes, and now they've got the Vacuum. They'll pull in Ego, get the kill. ASD comes over the Wukong's command. Is it going to be enough? Setsu moving in. The Ice Path laid down onto multiple heroes. Monet ends up dying. The Mana Void's going to be thrown out. ASD also falls. That's 2 cores dead on the side of EHOME, but they've taken out this Afu Earth Spirit, and they're looking for more. The Magnetize onto Jiang. Setsu moving forward with the Surge. They'll find the Dragon Tail. Magnetize doing a bit of damage, not a lot, and losing the Elder Dragon form will be Setsu, so he can't chase anymore. RNG, they come out ahead, but not by much in that exchange. So the Chronosphere was there, and I think that was the only reason that EHOME kind of had a chance in that fight to take out a couple of these heroes on the side of RNG, at least in that exchange. But that's all they really need. You start with that, get a 3-man decay. This is the pieces being put together by EHOME, and you go with the Mask of Madness, he'll work on this ancient stack here for him. It's 12-10 in favor of RNG, with almost the Battle Fury here for Monet. If he could get that Battle Fury, work on possibly the Manta style that follows it up. We'll see what RNG are able to do. September sitting here over bottom. Faith Beyond nearby does have the Primal Roar as well as the Meteor Hammer. So Primal Roar would probably be the death of Sep. With SRF and Afu pressuring over towards top, going in on the tier 2 tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top
Setsu's made his way over. He's got Elder Dragon form. Again, continuing to push up on this tier 2 tower. We'll see if anybody rotates from the side of EHOME. For right now, they're over mid trying to take a tier 1 tower of their own. But this is looking like they'll give up the tier 2 for this. And as I say that, here comes the Void. Ego TP's in. Undying to follow. Looking for the deny, and they'll easily find it. Don't want to stick around when he's possibly got that Chronosphere. Ooh, nice boundless strike coming out from ASD. He's got Jingu. They need to be careful on RNG. Now the Yules with the Primal Spring into the Jingu Master, or into the Wukong's command, excuse me, with the Jingu Mastery popped. We'll get an easy kill on Setsu. And taking out 2 are EHOME, as well as I think they're about to get another tower here, and the tier 2 mid should go down. They can find a beautiful vacuum wall here to start this off. They still don't have Setsu. Anti-Mage very close to this Battle Fury. Magnetize comes out. This would be a big kill. The Ice Pet with the Boundless Strike. Now they've got the Yules onto the Darkseer. Anti-Mage has to get out of here. The wall's placed down. They'll get the kill on ASD. Should have the damage with the Magnetize. The Tombstone doing a lot. Finally taking out the Chronosphere on a 3. That's big, because that's followed up by the Dual Breath, as well as Faith Beyond coming through. They'll get the kill on SRF. Afu follows. And now they're looking over at Setsu and Sep. Nice Dragon Tail, slowing down Ego. Monet looking for his opportunity to go in, but not sure he'll find it. He finally makes the move and goes in on the Ego, gets the kill into the Elder Dragon form now. Setsu with such low health moves forward, and they'll also find the Jakiro. So RNG, they hold the lines, and they're able to get 4 kills here onto EHOME. That is a big fight for them to start to pull this game into their favor again.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
16 to 14, Setsu playing that very risky. Very aggressive and very ambitious, but it all pays off. I mean, to go in with such low health, get the stun, as well as, you know, find the Anti-Mage to come back in, who had already used that Mana Void. Monet was looking for an opportunity to come in, and eventually found it. I wasn't sure if he was going to commit to that. Now, if it was somebody like GGG, who I know plays ultra aggressive, I would have thought he would go in immediately, but sometimes Monet, he plays it a little safe. Errs on the side of caution. But now, with this Battle Fury on to Monet and going into the Manta style next, I think we'll see a lot of heavy pressure coming in from RNG to try and finish off this next item and get that farm onto the Anti-Mage.
Have the spyglass at hand.
Are Radiant using echolocation?
EHOME going in a Roche.
Bottom tower won't last long.
'Tis mine.
They have vision of this. They also have the Centaur coming through, but I think these TPs are way too late. Might try to fight him on the exit. We'll see. There's the Aegis, and now Ego comes over. He did have Chronosphere. If they had stayed a little bit too long, the Primal Spring into the Boundless Strike. They'll land it onto Sep, but nice little Boulder Smash. But here comes the Ice Path, as well as the Macropire. Primal Roar, Meteor Hammer, and Afu dies. I don't know if that's worth it, but it's only just one. They just picked up onto the Monkey King.
keeled over.
Blink Dagger, 700 gold away here. Oh, Void with the Chrono. It's on top of Darkseer. Damage not there just yet, but the Ice Path, Hand of God, it all comes through the vacuum wall. Where's the follow-up? Now they've got Monet coming in with a Mana Void. They'll get the kill onto this Jakiro to start it off. The BKB's going to be popped by Ego. They're on the run with the Magnetize on top of them. Beastmaster on the side. They try to get the Darkseer, but he gets the vacuum as well as the wall off. There's the Wukong's command coming through from ASD. He's on the high ground. Nicely placed. Setsu trying to run. Now they'll look over at Afu, who's got the Rolling Boulder to get in his escape. RNG, they're looking for the re-engage. They look over at Y. They'll get the kill there with the Rolling Boulder coming through from Afu, and everybody on the side of EHOME now needs to try and run.
Dire's top tower is under
So it looked like it could go really well for EHOME there, but they were not able to kill that Darkseer too quickly, and he threw the vacuum wall right before he died. The Hand of God saves him, gives him a second more of life, and with that, was able to survive and really turn it for RNG once again. Monet close to finishing off the Manta style. You've got Guardian Greaves here on SRF with the Helm of the Dominator going towards that Crimson Guard. Setsu's trying to find his BKB. And then Medallion Solar Crest for Sep coming in, and Yule's Aether Lens for Afu for the other side of EHOME. Got this BKB now down to 9 seconds for Ego going into the Shadow Blade. Ags for Jakiro as he's picked up the Yules as well as the Aether Lens. A lot of farm for this Jakiro. 6,300. Nice geomagnetic grip, but it's not going to matter. The Primal Roar is there, and with the Balanced Strike, ASD gets an easy kill on Afu with the rest of the team there. Tombstone laid down as they'll try to high ground, vacuum wall onto a bunch. Now they'll get the BKB coming off. They'll look for the Chronosphere. That's going to be landed on the Darkseer, but he already threw the vacuum wall. So what's he really worth here except for the Guardian Greaves? We'll see if it's going to matter in this exchange. They'll look over at Setsu. There's the Wukong's command placed down with the BKB being popped by the DK. Glyph is used. Breathe Fire on the Ego. A lot is used already from RNG. They're trying to make it worth it. The Ice Path lands on 2, and EHOME looking to leave. Monet moves in. Why? Possibly the target. Ego trying to run. Monet moving forward. Ego low on mana. This could be a problem. Mana Void ready. But Ego, nowhere to go. And now you take a look over at Jiang. Throws the Ice Path, landing it on the 2. The Magnetize reapplied. The Blink forward from Setsu. They'll get themselves a second. They knew the Magnetize was going to finish him off because over top, we take a look over at Monet, now getting chased by ASD. That was a high ground attempt. Balance Strike coming through. Monet moving forward, looking for ASD. Doesn't have a basher or anything of the sort. Now the high ground comes out for RNG. The Tombstone. So ripped to keep it alive for a moment, but there it goes. It's already down. They've got the Primal Roar. That'll come through on a Monet, who might be in a little bit of trouble. And the Meteor Hammer. This is a huge problem for this anti-mage. And really quickly dispatched. They look over at Setsu. The BKB's forced out. He's trying to run the Primal Spring right on top of him. The bash comes through, and Setsu might be the next victim for the side of RNG. They'll get the tier 3 tower, but this is looking like possibly more. The Ice Path, the Macro Pyre, the Dual Breath, the TP attempt. No chance. No chance. 3 kills there for EHOME. They lose the tier 3, but they'll happily take that trade. This is still overall a very close game. About 50-50 on the Dota Plus. This will be a tier 3 for the side of EHOME. Tombstone placed down. Meteor Hammer could be a set of racks as well. They don't have Darkseer for 30. And there it is. First racks in the favor of EHOME. 3,000 net worth lead. They'll also go for the Shrine. Roche at least a minute and 20 away. Darkseer in 9. We'll see how willing RNG are looking to fight.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Splish splash!
Ego coming in. With the Chronosphere, Monet needs to leave. This could be a huge problem if he's caught.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Ends up able to TP away, and they'll go after the second shrine, taking it out.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
Bottom shrine is gone. RNG nearby. SRF, he's been on point with these vacuum walls. But EHOME, they can smell blood in the water. Or for all you Tide players out there, chum in the water.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They know with one more fight, they could possibly just finish off this game. However, the same could be said for RNG. They're down 5,000 net worth. But both teams do a good job at pushing. So one good team fight, and it could be either side taking the game. This is the strategy they went for last time. Tombstone plays down. There's the Blink Primal Roar, but guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's an illusion, and now you might be in a little bit of trouble because the Dragon Tail comes through the Geomagnetic Grip with the Pendant's Throne. Boulder Smash, 80% slow. And not only do you lose the Tombstone, but you lose your life Undying, and that is quite unfortunate there for EHOME. Eight seconds now with Setsu's BKB. Going for the SNY is the DK. We take a look over as Anti-Mage trying to finish off that Butterfly, and then Darkseer. He's going into the Crimson Guard, and now in a Roche will be RNG, but EHOME are nearby. This could be a good wrap, but Setsu sees it coming in a nice spot to blink away, getting the intel. The bounty rune will be taken, but that's it. They don't lose anybody's life over on the high ground, which could have been a problem. But Primal Roar comes through over on the Chen with the Ice Blast, and now September gone. EHOME waking up when September's life is ended, and we'll go into the Roche pit. With RNG thinking about going in, but not going to be able to commit to this. So they get the Aegis Cheese put onto the Void. They've got the Aegis back onto the Monkey King once again. He's going into was going into the MKB, but now over into the Mjolnir with the BK, or with the Butterfly picked up for Anti-Mage. He'll go into the Abyssal Blade. DKSNY like we saw previously. Darkseer into the Crimson Guard. Solar Crest was never picked up here for September. Jakiro not working on the Ags like I saw previously, which disappoints me a little bit, but Chronosphere over top. That's through onto the DK. They've also got the Tombstone laid down. Setsu with the BKB in the attempt to try and TP out. There it is. Setsu had to use that BKB now down to 7 seconds. He gets to keep his life. They'll lose the tier 2 tower over top, and EHOME might be looking for another high ground attempt, especially with the Aegis and Cheese in their hands.
Middle tower is under pressure.
Really dying hunger.
Illusion.
Boulder, they've got the vision on this with the ward placed down. They saw Afu coming, and they might have seen a little bit more from RNG as they were maybe looking for EHOME as they left. Setsu decides against the SNY and actually will go into the Heaven's Halberd. And over on to Monet, 4,000 gold saved up, but if you look at the Faceless Void, he is heavily farmed, has MKB, BKB, Shadowblade all at the ready, and then Monkey King, now with the Maelstrom, just 400 gold away from finishing off the Mjolnir if he wants to buy out. Ward placed down, smoke used here by the side of EHOME. Starting to push in this top lane, and we'll see if they're ready to go in high ground. Vision taken away from the side of RNG. Setsu waiting, SRF sitting a little bit far back. There's the Tombstone to start once again. The Glyph is going to be used. And where is RNG to counter? This is their moment to try and come in. The Boulder Smash thrown at ASD. Monet's pushing over bottom. The Decay comes through on SRF, and they're looking like they might give up this tier 3 tower for free. Wukong's command started for a moment. There's the silence, but they've got the Yules. That comes through with the Ice Path on SRF. Now they've got the BKB. This is a huge problem for the Darkseer because he's gone. Taken out immediately. Boundless Strike gets thrown through. The buybacks there from SRF into the Wukong's command. They'll look for Afu to go in deep, but look at the back lines. They've got Setsu with the BKB. Meanwhile, on the front lines, it's all a huge problem with the Knight's Vacuum Wall once again to end the Magnetize. They'll take out Jiang. They'll look for more. The Chrono lands on it too. It's going to be on to Setsu as well as SRF, who just fought back. It might be a little bit of a problem if he does end up going down, but they'll take out Setsu, and ooh, they lose the first life on the Monkey King. The Rolling Boulder comes through onto the Undying, and now they're trying to chase on a Y, but Monet on the back lines looking for Ego. Gets him low. No more mana. Blinks in forward. Looks for the Monkey King and gets the kill. He's dead for 80, does have buyback. Monet moving in forward, looking for Ego once again, using that spell shield, making sure he's okay, and gets at least another for the side of RNG. We'll try to find at least the Undying to finish off this engagement as EHOME exit, or at least tried to. Thanks for the gold as you drop the Tombstone, but everybody's here from RNG ready to clean it up. Pick up the Basher here on Monet. Void does not have buyback, but Monkey King does, and he'll immediately use it.
Gets away with it.
Oh, Faith Beyond. Glimmer Cape from the Jakiro goes south. There's the Yules, Ice Path, Spell Shield. Ags is picked up here for the Beastmaster.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Setsu here with the Heaven's Halberd.
What
now. At least it's a 2,000 net worth lead for the side of RNG. They brought it back from 6,000 net worth down and about 6,000 experience down. And again, Dota Plus, about 60-40. Gem for the Void, going for the Lincolns. ASD, he bought back. So he'll buy out on the Mjolnir, and we'll see what he's able to do to follow that up. And if he does end up dying, that could be horrible for EHOME. Gem also picked up here for Darkseer. He'll look to finish off the pipe. Has the Crimson Guard already. This utility Darkseer build doing pretty well. Does he have buyback? Almost enough for this vitality booster. With buyback. And there it is. So there's the Abyssal Blade here for Monet. And if you look over, there's no Lincoln Sphere to stop this. Smoke comes through from EHOME. Got the Hawk nearby. The smokes will run into each other. On the trees is ASD. They'll also have Ego looking for the Geomagnetic Grip. There's the Dust. Ice Path goes through. And now this could be a problem because they've got the Wukong's Command as well as the BKB being popped by ASD. And the Chronosphere on top of Monet. He's immediately killed off and he's going to buy back right away to get back into this fight. They've got the Chen. That's going to be 2 for the side of EHOME. Now they look over at Afu as well as SRF, who might be in a little bit of trouble. Ooh, Afu just surviving with the Yules. The silence comes down on a couple. He's able to survive with the Hand of God, and now they've got the Mana Void that takes out the Void, who's dead for 80 seconds without buyback. Monet, he focuses on the ASD, but he'll be able to get invis before he's caught, and now the bash is coming through onto Y. They'll get themselves a second, and so he'll be chased down by the Anti-Mage who bought back, and another Tombstone, another 200 gold to go in the side of RNG. But this cost them 3 buybacks. This cost them 3 crucial buybacks. And now with the Void dead for 40 seconds, we'll see how RNG react.
Top shrine is under attack. I can't wait to see Radiant's top barracks fall. Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Long Roche.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
It's a long Roche, and that actually benefits EHOME quite a bit. If they wait for this Roche, he had used his buyback earlier, and all the buybacks that were used in that previous fight, and if they wait in full for, if they do wait for Roche, that gives him a moment to possibly get his buyback once again. Coming over, no Chronosphere. ASD leading the charge. There's the Primal Roar. That's going to land onto the Earth Spare. Now they've got 3 heroes locked in on the Ice Path, as well as the Dual Breath coming through and the Balanced Strike. They'll get the kill on Afu. Looking over at Setsu, who pops the BKB, as well as ASD. Faith Beyond gets the kill on September. The Decay is through. The Ice Path's there. They'll get themselves this kill onto the Dragon Knight. No way out. And that's 3 heroes dead, none of which have buyback. And EHOME, with that exchange, might have just been able to do it.
Time is money.
We've got 100, well, was 100 seconds for the Dragon Knight. Now over to 85, and what do you do if you're the side of RNG? You've already lost your mid-setter axe. The bottom's going to get pressured in. Anti-Mage needs to come back, but it will be 2 against 5. I'll get the tier 3. There's the Meteor Hammer. The Rax will follow. Top racks are gone as well. This is mega creeps, actually, for the side of EHOME.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Because the only thing you could say there for RNG is at least the game's not over. but it is Mega Creeps and, Monet.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
Roche is up. Aegis would be desperately needed here for RNG to make a comeback.
Illusion haste.
Into Roche, EHOME go, and they've got the Chronosphere. They have everything available. RNG might feel forced to go in, but they could deal with the second life if they need to. The problem is this comes with Refresher Shard if they're willing to do so. The Nice Yule's coming in. There's the Ice Path. SRF in a lot of trouble. The Macro Pyro laid down, gone. The buyback immediate. He TP's as close as he can with no shrine. It's very far. The rolling boulder. Afu, is he going to be able to pull it off? No, not yet. But now they go with the Chronosphere. Aegis is still on the deck, but now Ego finally picks it up. The Chronosphere is out. Monet is dead, and he's gone for 2 minutes. Vacuum wall, SRF. That's all he can get, and without Monet, they call it GG.
Monster kill. Oh, no.
Afu gone. GG called. Game 3, we're going to it. Wow. What a play by Jakiro. That Yules is clutch. Just to get that Yules off onto SRF, who just never had a BKB, so he was unable to get in there unscathed. They were really hoping to get this vacuum wall out, but the Yules was perfect with the Ice Path, Macro Pyre, and the damage. No chance that SRF comes in. So we take a look over as Ego. 22,000 hero damage, but not to be outdone. This Monkey King does 35,000 hero damage. 11 and 6 with that poor early game, but didn't really quite care. And overall, EHOME, they bring it back. They tie the series at 1 for now. And it's win or go home in Game 3. So we'll be back with Game 3 in just a moment. I'm your caster, Bkop, at Bkop92. And we'll be back in just a moment. That's, by the way, on Twitter, if you were just wondering why I threw an at before that. But, yeah, we'll be back in just a moment. Appreciate you. Love you. And stay right there, because this is going to be another really exciting game coming up next. And we still have another series after this to decide who goes to Bucharest. So, again, I'm your caster, Bkop. Stay right there.